Hello, this is a very brief overview of the software that the Costa Concierge currently uses on a daily basis. This software captures client information, caregiver information, our office staff information, as well as referral sources. So let's jump into the client. When we get a client, we assess the client. The client has to go through a full assessment process. During the assessment, we will capture the client's name, address, date of birth, and so on and so forth. We enter all this information in here. Also, we get the communication for the client, their cell phone, their phone number, their email, however they'd like to be communicated with. Also, we capture languages that the client speaks or signs. And we also, in the assessment process, write down all the notes that the client needs, as well as a care plan. The notes and the care plan go hand in hand together. We also capture the possible payers, the billing options, the billing rates, and who authorizes all of this. We can also put in a whole lot of information, client health concerns and so on and so forth. Establish relationships with their doctor, their son or daughter, who referred the client, as well as a caregiver compatibility. So if the client wanted somebody that did sign language, then we could get a caregiver that does sign language. And we can also put a bunch of reports out to the caregivers or to the clients. So jumping out of that, we can go to the client calendar. When we have a client, we would basically right-click and we would enter a new schedule, a new task, a new appointment, and all these different things that we can do for the client. This goes directly into the caregiver. So when we go back to the caregiver would get all the client information. So when we have a caregiver, we do the same thing. We put in the name information for the caregiver. This is very important because here in this button right here, when I click on this, this would show where the caregiver lives. It would also show how to get to the client's house, and it would show the caregiver how many minutes to get to the caregivers or to the client's house. And it really makes it a lot easier for the caregiver to know exactly where they're going. And the caregiver also has the same things. She has status, communication, her languages, different documented notes, her qualifications, her district that she wants to work in, her payroll options, payroll rates. We can also put a lot more information in regarding her skills, extra information, characteristics, and all of this good stuff. And then her relationships, who her emergency contacts are, her husband, possibly different referral sources, how we got this caregiver. And then we can also do a lot of other reports for the caregiver. So it's really great that we have a caregiver and a client that can work hand in hand, and they really, really will work well together. So this would be the caregiver's schedule. Since this is a test database, we don't have the caregiver and the client connected. But basically, I would put a new schedule in here, and I would connect the right caregiver with the right client. This is a really great thing. Also, as mentioned, we have contact management down here to where we would put in our referral sources, and we also have all of our office staff in here. As mentioned, this is a very quick overview, and we just wanted to get you familiarized with what we can do for you and your family and or referral sources. Thank you so much. Have a great one. Bye-bye.